Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. You know what's really good right now? Coffee. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good coffee. That's good coffee. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It's Tuesday. I know it's an early stream. This week and next week. Early stream days. But on the bright downside, you only have to deal with this once if you watch the YouTube streams, because this is the only YouTube stream today, this week. This is the only regular stream this week, because we got 3D Printopia this weekend. I must go on adventures. We're going to 3D Printopia this weekend, which means Friday I'm driving, Saturday, Sunday I'm in Bel Air, Monday I will be in wherever Printed Solid's at, and then also driving, and then Tuesday I'm back for the community contest stream, which means join the Discord. Go enter for the community contest. You have 1 week. You have 1 week to print something that uses like 50 grams of filament or less and enter it for the community contest. It's very easy to do. The more people enter, the more fun the stream will be when we do the giveaways, because there'll be more to look at. More competition is always good. Get more people interested in it. It'll be fun. So enter. Go do this now. Go do it now. It's easy. 50 grams. Literally. If you're going to 3D Printopia this weekend, grab 50 grams of filament from one of the sample spools things that people have and print something and then enter it. It's easy. So there's that. What else is going on this week? What else is going on this week? Well, this is the only regular stream, but what about irregular streams? Consult your doctor. But tomorrow there'll be a Twitch stream. And then I think we're gonna fix the Game Boy on Twitch. I got the new speaker came in, so we're gonna try fixing the Game Boy on Twitch, and then Hangout Twitch stream. I got to do Costco tomorrow, so whenever I get back, we'll do a cheeky little Twitch stream on the Wednesday, and then Thursday, the day before, we're going to do a member stream. Every month we do a member stream for channel members, Patreon supporters. We will be doing that on Thursday. So yeah, I like the early stream. Some people do, some don't. Statistically, less people tune in because it's most of my audience is North American. But the next biggest demographic are the Europeans. The Germans are number 2 on my demographic of which country watches me the most. Canada's like 4 or 5. It's like America, then Germany, then I think the UK, then Canada, and then some other country after that. Trying to get Fusion to fire up here. So what are we doing today? Well, in case you might notice, this printer has some tape on it. And that's because I did a little cheeky test. I put this in my car and I went driving yesterday. And by driving, I mean, I went and picked up the little guy from school and did like some groceries. So I put this in my car and drove around to see how it handles. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these. These are the like assembly. I'm not a fan of them because they're kind of a pain to put in and out, I'll be honest. Like rotate them properly, and they don't like to rotate. So we got to get these out, and we got to try something else. It worked. The printer didn't break, so we got that going for us, which is nice. But I'm not a fan of these, this style of retention thingy. Yeah, the fact that they like break when you take them out. I don't like these. So we're gonna have to print. We're gonna do a little bit of both. Somebody in the community catted up some a design, and I think we're going to take it and modify it and make it work to suit our needs, because I want it to be secured, because we don't want this printer breaking. We don't want this printer breaking. Although the Velcro worked really good. The Velcro worked really good. So that's good. Go print things. Yes, go print things. And then also, while you're down there, because you've joined the Discord, right? But while you're down there, make sure you enter for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, because every stream, we give away a spool of POLYMAKER filament. And you want that spool of POLYMAKER filament, don't you? Yeah, let's see, this was a bad idea. There we go. Yeah, these I don't like. These I don't like. They worked. Nothing broke. Actually, I should probably check, make sure the printer still turns on. That would have been handy to know. Like, home the printer and make sure it actually boots up. So, oh geez, freaking Fusion update. No, cancel, cancel, open for my computer. Downloads, can't be shipping mounts. So somebody in my community designed these. So these are pretty cool. They just kind of go in there, you pivot them, and then you bring the gantry down and you lock it in place. Problem is, I need to modify these because I think this is like the generic step. So we need to modify this so that we could use Velcro straps, because I don't want to use screws and T-nuts. I just want to use Velcro straps. Why? Because it's easier, less hardware. So the idea would be that here's your extrusion. You raise the bed up. So first thing we got to do is home this machine. So move, home all. So this is the idea. So we home the machine. So this will be you are getting the machine ready for shipping. Okay? You're getting the machine ready to ship to or from an event. Okay? So we need to prep our Voron for transportation. So the idea is we have these that we're going to make. So you home your machine. And then we'll move it up 50 millimeters. So 1, 2, okay. So this is how high it's going to be in shipping position. So the idea would be that you would actually go up one more. So right now we are at how many millimeters do we have here? More than that. Okay, let's go down. Maybe that's not what I meant to hit. Maybe the 50 is enough. Is the 50 enough? Yeah, so we're at 60 mil. Okay, so that'll work. So we need to go and make these approximately, how tall? Oh, this is kind of annoying. Slide you in there. There we go. Okay. We need to make you approximately 135 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 135 millimeters. So the idea would be you home your machine. The idea is that it goes up 10 millimeters after you home. So you home your machine, you hit go up 50 mil, and then you go up 50 mil again. Then you install these. Which way do these install? Okay, you install this, and then you come down 50 mil, and it'll sit on it, and then you zip tie it. So that's the idea. That's the idea. This is what we have. So we need to make this work. So first things first, we need to extend this, because from this surface to this surface is 79.5, and we need 135. So calculator. So 135 minus, what is that? 79.5, 79 0.5 equals, we need to extend it by 55 millimeters. So what's the easiest way to extend something in Fusion? Like I could just extrude 55, but then we lose our little detail there. We lose the detail. So how do I, is this all one body? Oh, it is a separate body. Okay, so we can move the body. Okay, so move that body. So we're gonna move that. Okay. Negative 55. Booyah. Extrude. 55.5. Shoot. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, so it's 55.5. 55.5. Yeah. Andrew Rogers, $15 for the Hair on Fire Times Running Fund. Hair's on fire. That's not good. Negative 55.5. Boom. Okay. Shrewd. 55.5. Boom. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Push pull. Okay. Well, we got that solved anyways. Okay. So now the next problem is that to that. So this is 15 millimeters wide. Our Velcro straps, wow, that took a minute there. Do I have the right delay set for the stream? Yeah, no, we're on normal latency. Oh, that's why, shoot, I have it set for normal latency. My bad. The delay is longer than it should be. It should only be like 8 seconds. I think it's set for like 20 seconds. So that means if you guys are naughty in chat and I can yell at you, it'll take a little bit longer for it to, you to understand. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 0. So these are approximately 12 millimeters wide. Okay, so 12 millimeters wide. So the idea here is, one, I want to shrink this by like, how do you shrink up? Okay, this body is all one component now. Okay, whatever. How do you, I want to shrink, push pull, create, where's push pull? I just want to make it, or press pull, oh, it's Q, okay. Negative 0.1, okay. Q, negative 0.1, there we go. I just don't want it as tight as it is right now. Because I want it, because it doesn't need to be super tight. You're gonna have gravity. So I just want it to like easily come in and out and just kind of, unless if the printer becomes inverted, then we have bigger problems. Does that make sense? If the printer becomes inverted, then we have bigger problems. Okay, so the next thing I need here is, let's see. So this is the same dimensions as that. So if that, okay. So I'm gonna have to make that kind of, we don't even need that. I can chop that right off. So, desktop. There we go. I think these are chamfers. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we need to make a slot through this for 3D-Fi. What is 3D-Fi? At the bottom history, double click on the extrusion step and set it. I'm okay. Oh no, it's fine. We're fine. We are good as is. That will separate the notch again. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I think we're okay though. I think we're okay. Because I don't need to modify this anymore. But where was that? Go down. At the bottom history marker, double click on the extrusion step instead of the, where is the history? Is this it? And don't, okay, double click. New body. Not new body. No. Because I don't want it to join. I just want it to... Okay. No. Yeah, whatever. Cancel. Edit. I mean, I really don't care. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Okay, we need to put a little bit of a chamfer there because we don't want to accidentally pinch our belt here. We don't want to accidentally pinch our belt here. There we go. Because we don't want to pinch our belt when this comes down. Hide the body and joint. I'm fine. We are fine. Okay, so how do I put a slot in here? So this will be kind of easy because I just need to put a slot in this surface here. So we need to create on, I want this surface. Not that surface. Can I do it on the curved surface? No, it wants me to do it on this surface. Okay, whatever. Ah! Where'd my part go? Way down here. Okay. How can you make, I want it to go on an angle. Because I want it to kind of, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So we need to put a line. Where's our middle? Right there. Come down about, yeah, we'll go down 8. Not even, 6 millimeters. And now we need to put a box. So if it is 12 mil, we need to come out 6. And then we make ourselves a box. So we got 2 mil by 12 mil. Here we go. And extrude, -99. Boom. Booyah. Okay. And then we do some fillets. There we go. That should work right there. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I think we're good. So now, body 1, save as mesh. You're gonna call this we will save this to the documents folder. We will call this Voron V2 transport Z blocks. There we go. Save. Okay. Printables or Prusa slicer. We're printing it in red PETG. Red PETG. Why? Because PETG has really good layer adhesion, so it shouldn't break on us. It won't turn to mush like PLA will if left in a hot car on a hot day. And 2, I already have it loaded. And 3, it's red, so it stands out. So downloads. Oh, no, documents. Okay. And then we laid it bitch down. Copy 1, 4. There we go. Slice now. So we will do 25% infill. How much meat do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7 times 2, 1.4 mil. It should be fine. 1.4 mil. No, that'll be fine. It's petchy and it's flat and ain't breaking. Okay. Send to connect. Structural core 1.1. There we go. Set ready, print now, confirm. Oh, support. Yep, good point, good point. Support. Support! Support! Stop transfer. Abort the transfer! On build plate only. There we go. No, printer. Stop. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay, send to connect. Core 1.1, select, set ready, print now. Booyah, there we go. Okay, cool. So that is the first thing that we had to do today done. What I will do I got a bunch of these Velcro straps. We will just put the Velcro strap through. So the idea would be when you get ready to ship your printer, you home it, you move it up 100 millimeters, you install your thingamabobbers, and then you come down 50 millimeters. It should sit right on top of these Z thingies. You disable your motors, you Velcro 1, 2, 3, 4 in place. You slide this to the back, you Velcro that to the rear extrusion, bing, bang, boom, printer's ready for shipping. And then you put a piece of tape to keep the door panels from opening. Is there any other parts on the Voron that we should secure? I did go through to make sure all the screws were tight, I think. I should probably double check that, but all the screws should be tight on this. Yeah, I think all the screws are tight. Should probably check that. Where are all my Allen keys? I think I brought my Allen keys downstairs. Where did I put my Allen keys? I think my thing of Allen keys is downstairs. Or did I put it in this drawer? Might be in this drawer. I really got to buy, I just got to buy like 4 things of Allen keys and just make a note to not lose them. Hey, you're all tight. You should all be tight. Everything here should be pretty tight. Yeah. Everything should be pretty tight. Oop. Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you very much. Best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool like Bearded Printer, gifting memberships to others, because that way other people get to hang out. We do fun member stuff and you get videos early. This week's video should be out for channel members tomorrow and the public on Thursday. It's going to be RGB crown molding and other fun 3D printed projects. These ones are a little loose. X movement or secure. Well, the idea would be move this to the back and then I'll just do 2 Velcro straps around each side to the rear extrusion. That'll keep it from moving this way and keep it from moving this way. And it's all Velcro, so you can easily just take it off when you're done and just put it aside. That's that. Need a bigger Allen key so I can check the rear extrusions. Pretty sure we're good. It's always the bottom ones that I always forget to check. No, we're good. We're good. I think we're good. I'm honestly pretty sure we're good. Pretty sure I already gave it a once over the other day, so I'm not too concerned. So we're good there. Okay, so that is that. What I will do now is we will get something printing on here to kill time, because the next thing we got to do is some soldering. I got to do some soldering. I gotta fix my LEDs, my fancy LED lighting that I did downstairs. If you watched the stream yesterday, the Twitch stream yesterday, you would notice it's overheating a little bit. Oh, actually, before we got to install this. I got to install this. So I got to turn the printer off. So turn the printer off. Unplug it. We need to install a Ethernet extension. I need to put that in because that was requested by Andrew, because Wi-Fi is a problem at a lot of these places. Those Vorons only take 5 minutes to build. Yeah, easy peasy. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve, since you're here, you're going to be proud, Steve. You're going to be proud. Are you ready, Steve? You're going to be proud. Look what I did. It's got a bottom panel. It's got a bottom panel. How cool is that? And it's white. I was here when you installed it. I teared up a little. Frickin', what, like 8 years of building Vorons. First one to have a bottom panel. And it's one I'm giving away. Well, not giving away, but you know what I mean. Although, there we go. Oh, look at that. Although it doesn't quite clear. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So now we have to install this. So this is Ethernet, because I need to put Ethernet in this. Andrew Rogers for the Gold Star Fund. Yay! Which way do these go in? This way? I never remember which way these stupid lock things go in. I think it's this way. Maybe it's this way. Maybe it's this way. No, it's got to be this way then. Nope. Okay, that doesn't really want to lock in. I mean, there are ways to make it lock in. Ways that some would consider unnatural. If it works, it works. If it works, it works. So we gotta let that heat up. While it's doing that, I will actually run this cable. So, this is the shortest Ethernet cable I had. So I think it's a little on the long side, but it's the shortest one I have. There we go. So that's gonna go there. And then these, we just kind of hide under the power supply. Because electrical interference is not a thing in our universe. They put out a patch and our electrical interference just isn't a thing anymore. Zip ties. Do I not have any more zip ties? How am I, didn't I just have like a whole bag of these? Yeah. You probably need more pressure to get in there. No, it's clicked in, it's just not locking. I mean, it's locking, it's just a very weak lock. And like you could see, it's pushed up against the stopper. So, I mean, this doesn't matter too much because there's a bottom panel, so it's not like it's going anywhere, but. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy. Look how professional this looks. Look how professional that looks. And then we put a little something there. Put enough hot glue on it to make Creality proud. There we go. There we go. Good to go. Now we close it back up. There we go. Look how clean this looks. Professional. So professional. Now if I can just get this to go back over the stupid okay, we had it opened okay. Oh my God. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, this is just, you know, to transfer files and monitor the print if you're doing it remotely. Because I think, other than that, everything is set up. The only thing we got to do is put some more files on it. We just got to slice a bunch of stuff. Token ring. But how else will I download my lewds of Captain Janeway? Need to upgrade from a token ring Ethernet to a 100 baud with a T1 line. There we go. And now, frickin' Minecraft has broke our brain. Anytime I see anyone drink on a YouTube video now, my brain just auto fills in the Minecraft drinking noise. You know, most editors put that noise in videos now because of the memes. When I watch somebody drink something on a YouTube video, I expect the Minecraft like drinking noise. Frickin' Minecraft. There we go. Okay, so we got Ethernet. We have the touch. We have the power. I love the power glove. It's so bad. So now, class, we need to print something. We are gonna slice a bunch of stuff and load this printer up with stuff to print, okay? So I'm gonna need, what kind of stuff would you wanna see a printer printing at a trade show? Something that only takes a couple hours to print. Nothing too fancy. With low, like, I don't want anything with a high failure chance. We don't want to be, I'm zoomed in 1 second. We don't want it to be like, you know, risk stuff failing. It's a show printer, right? It's a show printer. So we need stuff that isn't like crazy. Plated ding-dings. Well, I'm thinking of vase mode. we need a vase mode print on here. Printables. I mean, we already have this. This actually came out so good. So we have this file on there. Because right now, all we have on here is... we've got the gargoyle, a fidget star, and the Sierpinski thingy. So link me some models in the Discord, and we're just gonna slice them and throw them in. Actually, do I have Orca Slice already loaded up for this printer? Yeah, so we got that. So let's find one more vase mode print that isn't some crazy thing, and then we'll get the vase mode printing. Sand dune vase. That looks cool. Pot walls, vase mode. There we go. Download. So we'll scale that up to 125%. There we go. Okay, so we got vase mode, strength. It's a vase mode print, but we're gonna over extrude it. So we're gonna over extrude it to 0.6. I don't know which setting vase mode uses, so we're just gonna over extrude it all. There we go. Is it skipping that? Oh no, it'll bridge that. It'll bridge that. Okay. Export G-code file. Okay, so that is that. Sand dune pot PLA. Okay. That's that. So we need to actually, I need to feed this some, I need to feed this. It is hungry. The printer is hungry. It requires sustenance. Eat the filament. Consume the filament. Consume the filament. It has been consumed. Okay, cool. Turn that off. We'll extrude. 5. There we go. Okay. So we'll get this printing. That way we have something to watch while I do some soldering, because I have to, for those that watched the Twitch stream yesterday, this is the barrel jack that provides power for my LEDs, my crown molding LEDs. And we need to replace the barrel jack and the wiring, because it gets so hot that touching it is a little concerning. It's not like set fire to things hot, but I don't like it. So we're gonna be swapping it to 18 gauge silicone wire, okay? And then also we're gonna be replacing the barrel jacks with XT30s, okay? So we're gonna do that, but first we're gonna get this printing. So we're gonna slice a bunch of stuff, throw it on the printer, and then, yeah. Okay, what else? Howdy from Texas. Yeehaw, cowboy. Because all people from Texas, all like 30 million of you are all cowboys, right? Yeehaw. You guys didn't share anything in the Discord. Disappointed. Okay, what would be a good print that you would have to glue together? What would be a good like a single bed print? Okay, let's do one of these card things. Most popular. Let's do one of these card things. Which one's a catapult card? Yeah, we'll download that. Download. It's all 3 MFs. Is there like a way you're supposed to slice this? Details. Oh, yeah, that's too complicated. What is something I can print in one thing? We'll do the, there we go, we'll do that. Files. No, this is asking for too much layer adhesion issues at a trade show. I'm just trying to think of models that would be fun to put on this at a trade show. Like walk by the printer. What is fun to watch a printer print? We'll put a Flexi Dragon on it. You can never have too many Flexi Dragon. Current files. Smooth OG. Let's go with the OG. There we go. Everyone likes a Flexi Dragon. Everyone loves a Flexi Dragon. You gotta get a Flexi Dragon, Flexi Dragon, Flexi Dragon. Go, Flexi Dragon, go. Also, the print speeds on this are bog standard, whatever the standard Voron slicer is, because we want simple and reliable. So. Something for Halloween. That's just do this on uses cam links. That has no problem with slicing. But this, it has a direct PCI Express capture card. We get errors. Oh shoot, I gotta turn other. No brim. Cleaning brim off these is super annoying. It'd be fun to print. Share it on the Discord. And then we'll slice it and throw it on the printer. Sport G-code. So this is a 6 hour, 43-minute print. G-code files, upload. Night Spirit, there we go. Yeah, it's every time I slice something, it gets wonky. Do the fidget toy. This is always fun. This is always fun. Good old fidget toys are always fun. I've got a bunch of these printed. They just float around the house. It's 15% info, okay. Save. There we go. There we go. Okay. Discord link does not work. Does the Discord link not work? It should work. What is it saying? I can always update the Discord link if it's not working, but it should be a permanent link. Here, let me get you a new link. Oh, you know what? Join the Discord. Let me click it. Melting machine. No, it works. It goes to my Discord. Discord app launched. I don't know. It works for me. What's the error it's giving you? What's the error it's giving you? YZN. Invite invalid. Okay, here, 1 second. Melty machine. It works for me on, okay. Where do you get invites? Create channel, server, invite people, there we go. So let's copy. There you go. There you go. Now it works. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Hey, that's how good I am. I'm so good at fixing links, I don't even got to think about it. It just fixes itself. They know not to push my button. Now I'm out of coffee. Purge, 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 purge the unclean filament from the nozzle. There we go. Okay, soldering time. Soldering time. So we need to get a little creative here. This is what we need to work on now. Also, I printed a ton of maker chips. If you don't know what a maker chip is, get some. They're really cool. They got the logo on it. So we got the channel logo. Okay. And then on the back, we got the QR code. So when you scan that, it should go to canuckcreator.com. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And then the way I have I gotta remake these. The problem is I made these like a year ago and I exported the G code, but I don't know where I saved the actual STL for this. Cause I don't think I did. Cause you have to like make it out of multiple different parts using like K2 Kevin has a thing on Maker World. Like it's like a template. You just fill it, like pick the parts you want. So I made it, but I never saved it. So the only thing I have is the G code for it, which only prints 12 of them at a time on my Mark 4S. The cool thing I have it though is I just swap out whatever the accent is, because the accent is the outside and the eyeglasses. So I played around with a few other colors, but I just swap out the accent and it makes them all, you know, different. Some of them I swapped out some inner colors as well, because I would just like print some with the accent color and the shirt color swapped and whatnot. So they're all kind of different. And I think I have about 250 of them. So I'm not too worried about running out, because I know some people bring a ton of these to events. I don't have a booth. So I don't just have like people walking by and taking them. If you want one of these from me, you have to find me and ask for one. That's how you get these. I don't just have them laid out on a table for anyone to walk by and grab. You have to find me and you have to ask for one. So they're boutique. They're rare. So yeah, but they're basically like a 3D printer person's business card. Think of it that way. Okay, so moving on to project 2 today. This is project 2 today. I got to do this so I could finish filming the video for the channel. Yeah. So K2 Kevin has a filament box insert for making. Yes, but I have a Ziploc bag. And this I can throw my luggage and it like doesn't take up as much room as a box. Because what I usually do, I bring this in my like luggage, and then I'll just grab like a bunch of them, fill up a pocket in my backpack, and I'll walk around with some in my pocket, and I'll just like, here you go. So what do we got to do now? This. Keep going to the wrong camera. This is the electronic circuit for my LEDs downstairs. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I ran some LEDs in the basement, in the studio. So I have LED crown molding, RGB crown molding. Why? Because it's freaking awesome. So that's this week's video on the channel, is making that and some other stuff in the basement room. But the problem is this plugs in with a barrel jack. So the LEDs are 12 volt. This is apparently 5 to 24 volts. So I don't know if it'll drop it down to 12 volt, but I'm only feeding it 12 volt. I'm keeping everything 12 volt. And I'm feeding it with a 12 volt, 6 amp power supply. This wire doesn't get hot. These 3 wires don't get hot. This barrel jack and this wire get hot. And like we're talking, I hold for 3 seconds, I have to let go hot. So the idea is we are going to take off these 2 wires. I'm going to solder on 18 gauge silicone wires, which are thicker. I'm going to solder them onto the back, I think, too, instead of the front. I don't think it really matters if I solder them onto the front or the back. It's the same they're connected. It's like a through pin. It's a pinhole. Anyways, and instead of a barrel jack, we're gonna replace it with XT30s. Or what are these? XT60? No, 30s. XT30s. So yeah, these are XT30s, which are good for about 30 amps. Now, these aren't like official XT30s, but I'm pretty sure they're good for 6 amps at least. So we're gonna do that. So I have the power supply here, which is, I don't know. Don't open. Okay, cool. Did I need to keep that? Probably. I don't know. Try scan the QR code on your phone. Maybe it was a bitrate thing, but like, it should work. Mine works. CanuckCreator.com. Yep. Here, try again. Uh-oh. Please tell me this isn't like some weird, like single core wire type thing where like this is like the negative and the internal wire is the positive. Please tell me it's not some stupid wire like that. It's like that. Shoot. Okay, so is that positive and this negative? I don't trust this now. I don't like this now. What am I looking at here? So what is it? So this is positive, and then this is negative, I'm assuming. Yeah. All right, so we are going to have to do a little bit of, we're going to have to do a little bit of fun here. Heat shrink. Save me from myself, heat shrink. Do I have the right size for this? Not really. I need to get more heat shrink. All my I've lost all my skinny heat shrink and all I got is fat stuff. Okay, so we'll heat shrink this. So at least it's not horribly unsafe. Look at the adapter. Good thing I cut it off and threw it in the garbage. It has inner positive, outer negative, according to the box. Inner positive, outer negative, so that makes sense. There we go. Let that cool. What kind of therapists do electricians use to heat shrink? Funny joke. Okay. Oh my god, it's such a funny joke. One straight wire. Got it. Okay. So now, that's going to go on this side. Positive is that. And then negative is that. This is going to be annoying to heat shrink. I don't know why I put so much heat shrink on this. I got to cut off half of this now. There we go. Okay. I wish I still had, I used to have like paint on heat shrink and I don't know where I put it, but it would have come in real handy right about now. But alas, poor Yorick, it is not to be. Or is it to be? To be or not to be? That is a character in a video game. Thomas gifted 20 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it, Thomas. Appreciate it. Cheers. Our best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member, Patreon supporter, or like Thomas here, gift community memberships, because then that way other people get to hang out when we do member stuff. It's awesome. Okay. So you're going to go there. So let's get this out. I'm going to need a plug. I'm going to have to unplug something to plug this in. I only have 2 extension cables out here and they're both being used right now, I think. Wait. You're not being used. But you're too short. You're too short. Find me a longer one. Longer cable. Go. You are longer. You might work. You are long. Go long cable. Go. Go long cable. Go. Go long cable. Go. Go long cable. Go. Oh, this is totally not sketchy at all. Totally not sketchy at all with the cable hanging across the gap here. Totally not sketchy at all. On, get you up, get some solder, mobile camera, aim at work that we are doing so audience can enjoy watching me flounder about. go. That is the positive. And of course, I forgot to put a big one on here, but this should be fine. Just use a little test of tape will never hurt anyone, right? Right? We love test of tape. Use to stiffen the CAN bus cable. It was a 1mm piano wire. Gotta wait for it to cool. This is hot. Hot. Go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I put the heat shrink on and it's shrinking. Where are you? What are you? Which one do I want to use? Which one do I want to use? I think this is all the same. You're slightly smaller. Will you work? No. Okay, so we do got to use this one. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Shrink this. What's going on? Yeah, if your hands shrink when you're soldering, there's a medical condition called essential tremors, which essentially your body's like, hey, guess what? I'm going to shake all the time. I suffer from that. So, you know, when you live with it your entire life, you get used to it. And I've dealt with it for 37 years. So you get used to it. But essentially what that means is my hands just constantly have a slight tremor to them. And it sucks because it's more pronounced when you're trying to do more precise things. The more you think about it, the more it shakes. So it's like a feedback loop. It's super annoying to deal with. It's super annoying to deal with. Because literally the more you try to do something precise, the more you shake. So essentially you develop like your own internal input shaping system that compensates for it. It's pretty cool. And it's really annoying. Okay, so now we have to desolder these wires off. So positive is labeled with positive. That's hot. Why is that at 430 Celsius? Let's go down to 380. Yep. So we have removed our barrel jack, which was super annoying. Now here's the question. I really don't think it matters. So they were soldered onto the front here, positive and negative. It shouldn't matter if I solder them onto the back, right? Because it's a through hole. I'm just thinking solder them on the back, less chance of me accidentally bridging something than on the front, because on the front we got a bunch of PCBs and whatnot. So I don't think it matters what side I solder it on. Clean up this crappy solder job. Can the LEDs handle 24? The LEDs themselves are labeled 12 volt. So this little board here had a sticker on it that said 5 to 24 volts, but the LEDs themselves are 12 volts. The LEDs say 12 volt on them. So because the LEDs say 12 volt, we are only going to do 12 volt because we're not playing that game. Okay, so now that. I'm gonna solder these up. And I think I'm gonna be a little. Do I have any flux? No, I don't have any flux. This is leaded solder, anyways, with resin in it, anyways. So I'm not too concerned. So. I should be smart, and I will pot this with hot glue before I put the shrink wrap on. But for now, put this on. So who else is going to 3D Printopia? Put a 1 in chat if you're going to 3D Printopia. Okay, this is a one-way installation, it looks like. Well, that's staying on as is. That ain't coming off. I will go get the backup one of these that I have. There we go. So I do have a spare set of LEDs. So that way we'll test this before I test the one that actually is installed already. So worst case scenario, I only break one thing instead of two things. So. Smell of burning heat shrink in the morning. Oh, it's so good. That's how you know it's fresh, right? That's how you know it's fresh. I'm really looking forward to the drive. After we get this set up, I got to do some little bit of research to see what the weather is going to be like this weekend on my drive. Figure out what I have to pack all my clothes still. I mean, it's going to take me so long to pack for 4 days. Not even. But, still got to make sure I have everything ready to go. Like, yeah, it depends on the weather. I mean, I'm driving, so I don't have to be like as Spartan when it comes to like, what do I bring? But it's still kind of a thing. Okay, so positive. This guy. All the way to Maryland? Yep. Do an oil change before I go. I do one after. I don't drive a lot, except when I do. So, you know, you get an oil change and they're like, oh, you got to get one every like 3 months. By the time I hit the mileage that they recommend, which is like 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers, it's like 8 months or 9 months. So I need to get a tire rotation, and I'll probably do this drive, and then when I come back from the drive, I'll do a tire rotation and an oil change. Because it's only, you know, Ontario, air. It's only 878 kilometers, so I'm only going to put like 2,000 kilometers on the car this weekend. Just a little bit. Oh, wait, I forgot to... By the way, if you don't know what these are OmniFixos. They are like the best set of helping hands for the price. If you've ever used like the annoying ones, like the helping hand style ones, throw them out, get some OmniFixos. Like seriously, these are like, especially if you do any quadcopter stuff or PCB soldering regularly, or you're like me and you suffer from essential tremors where you shake. It makes like doing all this stuff so much nicer. Okay. It's a pretty good solder job, I think. Square is positive, right? Yeah. There we go. So now we can unplug you. It's metal in here, so I can put this in while it's hot and it doesn't touch anything. So it's actually kind of nice. Okay. So here's the conundrum. Did we break anything? So first things first, we'll plug in this and we'll see what happens. So, okay. So we got a green, we got a blue light on here. So the question is, when I plug this in, do we get sparks? Hopefully not. I should probably wait for this to cool. So we'll test this first. Now, unfortunately, there's no LED to tell me if I actually worked. So now I'm going to unplug it. Okay. And I'm going to go get a strip of LED lights to see if this still works. So I will be back. Un momento, por favor, biblioteca. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't break this, because that would be really annoying if I did. You. Move to you. And I'm going to need the remote. There we go. And then we can leave this plugged in to see if it does work, and hopefully it does. We'll see if it heats up like it did before. So you plug in there, move this stuff over here, move all the combustible stuff away, close that, just in case. Okay, contact. Ah! It's so bright! Oh my god, that is so bright. It's so bright. So now the question is, we leave this and we see if it heats up. So we got to let this sit for a bit and let it see if it heats up. Wait. 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 I am Iron Man. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm Iron Man. That's how those Iron Man shirts work, by the way. You just have LEDs under the shirt. And then we can do... Iron Man doesn't have the Arjabuz. Okay. So, I'm assuming white would be the biggest power draw. I'm assuming a white light would be the biggest power draw. So that's everything, right? Proof that Taylor has a heart. I ain't got a heart. Okay, so now we just let this sit and cook, essentially. So I'm going to put it on top of the printer because at least we'll have something to look at. There we go. Why does my chest burn now? So the question is, how hot does this get? Okay, so if it stays like it is right now, I'll be super happy. Because it was getting like last time, the stock setup using this barrel jack, like these are 20 gauge wires and they say they're 20 gauge. Yeah, it says American wire gauge 20. It says they're 20 gauge. These do not. If those are 18, these are baby 20s. I'm me actually like see what we have here. Oh my god, yeah. So let me strip it at 20. Okay, the fact that it doesn't strip it at 20. Oh my god. Do I have any in here that I cut off? I think I did. Where'd I trim some? Okay. This is what was in there. No wonder why shit was getting hot. You call that 20 gauge? You call that 20 gauge? This is room temp. The actual PCB is maybe ever so slightly warm. The LEDs are warmer than the PCB. Yeah. Will North Space? I'm hoping. I was watching him this morning, and let's check. Let's check. Where are they? I know they're streaming, but I think they had a lunch break because they had their pad caught fire. For those that don't know, North Space is a Canadian startup trying to launch a rocket today. Ooh, new Peter Schriepel video. Heck yeah. Launch resumes shortly. So they're on hold until 15 Newfoundland time. So that's like 4 p.m. my time, I think. Yeah. Yeah, they're on hold right now. Launch is on hold until 15 NTD, which is Newfoundland time, which 2 EST. Yeah, it's like 1:30 p.m. So that's cool. That's cool. I love the lighting. Looks so cool with those. I mean, we could be all cool, right? Wait. We'll do some algebra. I'll let it do the algebra power through. Okay, so that's doing that. Those are printing my little standoff thingies. I still got to figure out what's rattling in here. Something is rattling in here, but I don't know what. There's something loose in here, and I literally don't know what. So that's fun. Oh, you know what? I think it's the screws that actually hold it to the... Yeah, one of these screws is loose, so I got to take all that apart. Okay, so I know about that. There was something else I wanted to do today on stream, and I can't remember what. There was something else I wanted to do for the prep. Oh yeah, the actually, hey, we're going to 3D Printopia. Okay, so let me make some room here. So we're gonna need the Velcro. Need that. Oh, this is so much nicer. This is so much nicer. So I gotta add this to the video. I gotta complain about this in the video. I gotta make a note to complain about this in the video. Now, to be fair, I bought these LEDs directly from some lady at a store in China, in Shenzhen. So, yeah, she literally just like grabbed stuff off a thing, threw it in a bag, and here you go. So, yeah. Also, I do have a loose power wires dangling off this. I got to trim off, but I can do that after. I won't do that while it's powered up. That's asking for a short. Have you noticed the Maker's logo near the top of the pyramid? Oh! Oh, that's clever. Their logo's right there. This came out really nice, by the way. This pyramid came out real nice. Okay, what other models should we throw on here? Did you guys suggest any in the Discord? Also, don't forget, join the community Discord. Link in the description, but also, while you're down there, like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can be like Daniel. You can have your name in the bottom of the screen, right there. Wait. Look at this guy, Daniel. He's pretty cool. They're pretty cool because they're a sub. Eevee? Yeah, we'll throw an Eevee on here. Why not? Desktop view, pair, delete, delete. All right, that's a Vulpix. What the frick is this bullshit? Why isn't it? What the frick is this bullshit? Bamboo? Discard all this shit. What the frick is all this shit? Bamboo? What the frick? Change all my frickin'... Oh, did I... Oh, it's a frickin' 3MF. Fucking bacon bamboo bullshit on my fucking... Prusa Voron. What the frick? Bed type? What is the frickin'... Okay, Miss PLA. Wow, look at that overhang. Yeah, we're not printing that. That's what I get for taking random community suggestions. All right, what other things? What other things? Fidget clicker. I don't trust this now. I'm like, it infected my slicer profile with stuff. Upload. There we go. I don't think you need supports for the fidget clicker. Yeah, you don't need supports with the fidget clicker. I'm loving these RGB lights, although when they change, it's like, wait, it just went red for a second. Okay, that's much... Okay, yeah. So yeah, this was definitely overheating. So I should probably tell Luke from... although I'm assuming he already set up his thing. Although he's in South Africa, so he has... 240. You know what? This is probably fine in China. Or no, because it's dropped down to 12 volts anyways. So it's already 12 volts at that side anyways. Because I'm like, oh, in China it's 240 instead of 220 or whatever than it is 110 here. So that would make sense for the lower amperage, so the lower gauge wire. But it's already 12 volt past the thing anyways. All right. Ooh. Dice Guardian. Baby Dragon Dice Guardian. Oh, that's cute. Bottle caps. Oh. What's the lid? Oh, I see. It screws in. Okay. So we'll do coins. Coins. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Go away. Discard. Discard. It'll be over here. We're just trying to throw as many random prints on here so that there's stuff to print at the show. Have you seen a South African plug? No, but I'm actually surprised I didn't need a plug adapter when I went to China. Or actually, I did need a plug adapter when I went to China. Or no, I didn't. I didn't. Be wrong. They have like, in China, they have two different, each plug has like a high amperage plug and a low amperage plug. So instead of just two of the same like we have here in North America, they have high amp and low amp draw. So the low amp draw where you plug like your phone charger in and whatnot, it's just a straight up 2-prong. So it's the same thing we have here in North America for 2-prong. And then they have a 3-prong one that I think is slanted. So it's not the British one, it's like slanted. And that's for like, the only thing I've seen plugged in there in the hotel rooms were like computers, like the actual desktop computer you plug in there, and your like your tea kettle. That's what I saw in hotel rooms. So when I went to China, I didn't need to bring an adapter. I needed one for England and I needed one for Sweden because Sweden has that 2-prong good one. So we got that, export. Yeah, export. Save. I'm just trying to throw a bunch of random stuff on here so there's stuff to print at the show. Okay, yeah, so it's probably the same as the Oz one. So. Look at it go. Okay, so the next thing is let's see what my trip's gonna look like. What is my trip gonna look like? So we are leaving, I am leaving, depart at Friday at 6:30 a.m. So if I'm on the road, I'm planning to wake up Friday at 6 a.m. Okay, hopefully this doesn't dox me because I just told it to go Windsor. Okay. So I should be getting into Bel Air at around 5 p.m. Sounds about right. Normally I get there a bit earlier though. 8, 10, okay, so we go across the border, go around there, go through my favorite town, Toledo. Heck yeah, Toledo. Skirt Cleveland. Ooh, Strongsville. And then we come over here. Now, you can go this way, which is a toll road, or you go this way, which isn't a toll road. I've done this route once on the way back. It wasn't that bad. The thing is, Pennsylvania, their toll roads are automatic. So you, like they just scan your license plate or whatever, and they send you a bill if you're from out of town, unless you use the tracker. The thing is, they don't ship those to Canada. So the Ohio Turnpike, you got to pay. They get you because you pay like when you get on and get off of it, or at least they did last year. But the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I've never gotten a bill for. So that, I just got to be careful because it likes to throw me on like random county roads at times. Yeah, because I don't want to go through Baltimore. So yeah, I should get there around 5. Or 4, usually 3. Yeah, because 8 hours to 9 hours 40, depending on traffic. So it's not too bad. Jurassic Golf. There's Bel Air. That's just generic Bel Air. So that's not too bad of a drive. It's not too bad of a drive. Murph is a quick drive. Yeah, I mean, Murph is a quick drive for me. So Murph is over around here somewhere. Eckhart, yeah, Murph is around here. So it's just, but I didn't go to Murph this year. What are these Finger Lakes? These are cool. So yeah, that's not too bad of a drive, I'll be honest. And then next year it's in Philadelphia, right? So it's up here next year. So next year I gotta go whoop to Philly. So that's gonna be fun. Closer to Nyack. It's kind of nice. It depends on the weather. Bel Air, Maryland weather. What is the weather gonna be like this weekend? As of right now, sunny and mid-20s. So shorts. Okay, so pack shorts. I'm hoping it's nice on the drive there, because I will say it is nice driving through the Appalachians. Driving through the Appalachians in the fall, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Pretty nice. Yeah. I have the Gundam mostly packed up. I've got it in 2 bins. I got to figure out if I can actually sit it down in my car. I'll probably be doing that Thursday. So Thursday, the channel member stream is going to be like me seeing how everything fits in the car. Gamer Subs. It's delicious. Use code Canuck, save some money. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, these wires are stone cold. These wires are stone cold. We're good. We are good. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is so much happier. This thing was screaming hot. Like literally, like I would grab it, and I think it left like fingerprint marks in the sleeving. It was getting that hot. This is stone cold. Like you could call him Steve Austin. It's so cold. And even the power brick is colder now. The power brick was hotter before. So, okay. So we're good there. Sweet. We are good. I'm happy. I'm happy that's fixed. So I got to put that in. That means I can finish the video. I can finish the freaking channel video finally. So I got to bitch about this on the video. Okay. So, yeah. Sups flavor. Well, you guys would have to buy a lot more gamer sups to get me a flavor. And it would be a cup before a flavor. It would be a cup before a flavor. And I mean, technically, it's not mine, so I can't claim it. But like, if they were gonna do a gamer sups cup for me, as a Canadian, if you were to waifuize me, literally the lumberjack girl is exactly what I would want. Because it's literally a lumberjack waifu. It's like, it's already there. I don't think it's in stock anymore. I think it was a limited edition cup though. Like I have the shirt with it, or I have the flannel shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a limited production cup. Yeah. Yeah. It was literally called Morning Wood. But they don't make it anymore. It was a limited production one. So DC adapter company cheaped out on the wire to save a few pennies, putting customers at risk. Steve, I literally bought it in Shenzhen, China. It could be several things. It could be that this wasn't designed for a load as big as this. Like this could have just been meant for like smaller, less power draw LEDs, and they just threw it in here. I don't know. I just know that this is something I got to mention on the video now. So that's that. Did I bring a bag with these? No. Okay. Like literally this is hotter. Like LEDs put off heat. That you know. All right, so that is all good now. So I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. I am so happy that's good. So now I can finish that up. That's good. That is good. So happy with that. Okay. What else was there? There was something else I wanted to do. Oh yeah, well I checked the weather. I checked the trip. Elegoo will be at Printopia. Ask them when they're going to honor the Clipper license. I don't know. Let's see who's going to be at 3D Printopia. I don't know who's going to be there. I mean, I do know. I looked at the thing, but let's check the event schedule and updates. Where is event details? No, where's the... Give me the bigger layout. Oh, I probably got it. There's that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so is there a higher resolution image? No, this is all we got. Okay. So what do we got? We got Metalhead 3DP, Hendrik, Jantek. Why is... Guys, higher resolution. Come on. Really? This is all we got? This is all we got? This is all we got? Higher res. Like, okay. That's all we got. Is there a higher res image in here? No. Okay. Well, so we got Jantek, we got, I don't know what this is because I can't make it out. Zach K, don't know what that is. I can't read half this shit. So if you want to see the giant Gundam will be at the Prusa booth, and the Gloop V2 will be at the Gloop booth. So Hedgehog's over here, K2 Kevin, STL Denise, Ebos, the Death Racers. Where is Liz going to be hiding at? Where's Liz hiding at? Or is she going to be with Kevin? Lucky 13, Moji 3D, Larix Lair, Star Wars Galaxy, the Droid People. No, Taylor F, no idea who that is. Something Labs, Martin R. This will be pretty cool. This is this old 3D printer. They're a member of the community and on the Discord, and they have a bunch of old, like first gen consumer printers will be there. Amolin, Greengate, Recreator, Hatch. These guys apparently do, we looked it up. She's gonna be a zombie. Okay. No Bondtech. No, I asked them, and I asked them if they're gonna do 3D Printopia, and they're like, they did Murph instead. They did Murph instead. Does Creality have a booth? I think Creality's here too. I don't know where Creality's at though. But I think Creality's here too. LDO, EPAX, Positron. Don't know who that is because the logo's tiny. And then on the other side here, we have Macrobot, Enable, AIV, Rich, and a bunch of people. So apparently there is, Creality will be here. Next CN and next layer. Where? Who's that? Is that next layer? Oh. By Polymaker. Where's Polymaker at? Oh, there's Creality. Yeah, they just got a small booth. They need Creality. Like, here's the thing. I'm not really rooting for any company, but like, Creality has their problems. They just need to, like, I wish there was more healthy competition coming from. The problem is, like, if you come up to me like, I want to buy a printer and I don't care about like copyright or any of that bullshit, and I want the cheapest printer possible, you're probably getting a Bamboo. It's like, Creality has kind of like, they're not making anything that I recommend right now, because it's like there are better, cheaper options out there, and at the price you're paying for a Creality, you might as well buy a Bamboo. So it's like, I'm not rooting for them. Guys, compete better. You can't. More competition. Oh, they'll have scanners. Yes, that's what I do want to see. I want to see their scanners. I do want to see their scanners. See how those are. Your garbage. Ducky could go over here. I've got like so many of these stupid little wubby duckies floating all over my studio. Okay, he's fine. What's that? I'm trying to think of what else. I got to remember to pack my gimbal this time. The last event I forgot my gimbal and my live stream sucked. I got to remember to pack the gimbal. This guy's coming. This guy, the Gundam. So I got to make sure the Gundam's all packed. So I got to do that all Thursday night. Make sure the Gundam's packed. Make sure the printer's packed. Make sure my clothes is packed. Toiletries. I bought all that stuff yesterday. I'm pretty sure I got everything. Like, I'm pretty sure I think I'm panicking for no reason when it comes to like stuff I need. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Flashforge. Yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of companies that make okay printers. The problem is, in like each segment, there's one that kind of clearly stands out. Do you need me to drive you? Geez, I'm good. It's an 8-hour drive. I'll be fine. Yeah, the problem right now, like, I guess this is like a good problem to have. In 3D printing, if you come at me with like a price point, there's pretty much like one printer in each price point that's like the go-to. Unless you give me like a niche case like outlier, like, oh, I can't use anything that requires an internet connection or something like that, then, you know, stuff like that. Or it needs to be made, I can't get something made in China, or I got to get something made in China or something like that, right? There's like obvious winners in each category right now. It's not like, you know, if you come in to be like, I need an under $200 printer. Well, it's probably gonna be a Bamboo A1 Mini or something. Like there's really not many good options that are there that like bang for your buck. Yeah, the VVD, I know. I'm gonna ask them about it. So. Say it's the Maker Chip K2 Kevin Pezliz in printing color Z and Z Zombie Hedgehog makes experience. Oh yeah, in the corner there. When are you gonna have me on the stream, Liz? You invited me on the stream and then I never got an invite. You're like, come on the stream. I stream on Twitch now. I stream on Twitch now. What the heckles? Also, this thing is like getting covered in fingerprints and I don't have anything to wipe it down. Or actually, it's already getting covered in fingerprints. Fingerprints everywhere. I really hope Customs doesn't want to give this printer a once over. It's an open invite. Oh. Have I played I haven't played any of the Dying Light games. I know they're like zombie survival type games, but I've never played. Tell me when you're free. Not this week, obviously. And not next week, obviously. Maybe the week after. Because it's got to be, because you go live at what, 7 p.m. EST? Because it's what, Monday nights? What's the show? I mean, technically, I'm free whenever. Like, but it's got to be like, the wife has to be home. Because I can't stream if it's just me and the little guy. Because somebody has to watch him. Because he gets into shit. Play 1, skip 2, play 3. Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't know. Those types of games, like, I don't know. It's gaming is one of those things I'll get into. I'll pick a game, I'll get into it for a bit, and then that's it. I need to play Hollow Knight still, let alone Silk Song. 10 p.m. on Monday? Why so late? All the Europeans are asleep. There's a reason I stream at this time. Hey, European folks, I got you, bro. And broettes. I got you. I'm providing you the content from North America at an hour you deserve. Like the smash button. Subscribe. Looking for a workhorse printer Core 1 kit for someone who's never built a printer, or would the assembly? Charwal, if you think they can build a printer, the kit is a really nice option. You save a bunch. And also right now, I will say, right now is a good time to buy a Core 1 because they do come with the camera right now. So they do have the back to school sale on right now. So you save what, $250? You save $250 getting the pre-assembled. If a weekend of your time is worth $250, make up your decision there. If you've never built a printer before, they're not hard to build. Prusa kits are literally, in my opinion, like the best way to build a printer. If you've never built a printer before, because the kits and the instructions are just so good. And you get a free camera right now. So, also, if you're gonna buy a Prusa, make sure you use the affiliate link in the description below and help support the channel at the same time without costing you anything extra. So. Were creepy crawlies from the 1990s 3D printing. Are you referring to those jelly injection molding thing? Creepy crawlies. Toy. I think it's exactly what I think it is. Yeah, the bug maker, that's injection molding. That's injection molding. Yeah, these things. Yeah, the critter creator, creepy crawly, like this thing. There was like a whole bunch of different things of these. Where I had one where it was like a mad scientist lab thing. Yeah, no, this is injection molding. This is injection molding. It's not 3D printing. It's injection molding. You have a mold, you fill it with something, you open the mold, thing comes out. Injection molding. You inject plastic, it's injection molding. Or like a gummy residue type stuff. Yep. Yeah, it's injection molding. It's like easy bake oven for boy. Dude, easy bake oven, freaking those brownies cooked on that freaking light. You can't even do easy. Do they even still make easy bake ovens? Because you needed the light bulb, right? Easy bake oven. For those that don't know, easy bake ovens used like a light bulb to cook. They were basically, it was Betty Crocker. It was basically Betty Crocker type mix and a light bulb. They still make them? What the? This is what an easy bake oven is now? I mean, okay. This has zero soul. This has no soul to it. Give me the OG. Give me like the OG easy bake. Yeah. Yeah, give me this. Where you use a freaking light bulb. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about. With the little the arm and the little cans. Yeah. My sister had one. I baked all the brownies. 100-watt light bulb, yeah. Can't use a light bulb for light anymore, but you're allowed to use them for heat. Well, they're so inefficient, right? Like, I've got LEDs all in my house. It's so nice. Get a cute kitchen tools and an apron. I mean, with the Twitch stream and me being open to experimenting on Twitch, we might do a cooking stream. It would be fun to do a cooking stream. Put my LDO apron on, start cooking. Although I don't really have, the studio downstairs doesn't really have a vent, so. That is something we are gonna do. We are gonna do cooking on a 3D printer stream at some point. We are gonna do a stream where I'm gonna get Toasty Boy out and we're gonna cook breakfast on it. We're gonna do a Twitch stream where we cook on the printer. Because why not? I've cooked a steak on a printer before. Air fryers. Air fryers are awesome. The moment, you know you're an adult, the moment you start recommending air fryers to people. The moment you're like, you should get an air fryer. You're like, your childhood's over. It's over. You're done. Have fun. Start worrying about your mortgage and your prostate. You're old. It happens. I already cooked a steak. I know. I did it as an April Fool's video, and it didn't take off. Every time I try to do something that's memey or like trying to go viral, it never works. Like, I'll be honest, I use my air fryers. Air fryers are great for a couple things. French fries are great, like especially if they're like trying to cook the frozen French fries in an air fryer. So much nicer than cooking them in the oven. But also reheating pizza. Air fryers are great at reheating stuff you don't want to get moist. Like you microwave pizza, it gets all bleh. But you air fry pizza to heat it up. Oh, so good, so good. Make some yogurt in a printer. That's interesting. Hot dogs. I haven't tried hot dogs in the air fryer. I gotta try that. Sugar waffles. Ooh. See, that's my problem. My problem is I don't really do sugary foods. Like I don't do candy. I'm not a candy guy. I'm not a cookie guy. Bread. Bread is my downfall. I love baked goods. Like, yeah, cookies, but like not cookies, like baked goods. Give me a good cheese bun or a croissant or a cinnamon roll. That is my vice when it comes to foods, is baked breaded goods are like my crux. Also, get a rice maker. Get a rice maker. Like, get like one that sits on your desk. You put the rice in, wash it, so rinse it several times, and then a little bit of salt, put a little bit of butter, and then cook it. And then what you do is you use that rice to make fried rice stuff. My breakfast, for breakfast, I usually do egg fried rice. So I'll cut up, like I'll cook a couple pieces of bacon or ham, and then in the grease, I'll fry up the rice, and then I'll crack some eggs in that, put the meat back in, boom, 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 there's breakfast. So get an air fryer, get something to cook, get a proper rice cooker. So nice, so nice. All about them carbs. I love my carbs. I don't have an Instapot. I bought an Instapot for my mom and she returned it. She's like, I don't want to deal with that. And then I bought her a sous vide and she's like, you can have it. And I was like, okay, I'll take the sous vide. Basmati. Trying to think of, I buy, like, I'm not, when it comes to what coffee I like, it's whatever's on sale on Costco the week I ran out. Same with rice. When I run out of I buy the big bag of rice at Costco. When that runs out, whatever is on sale that week, that's what I buy. So I think right now we have basmati, right? Which I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of. It's a little on the crunchy side when you fry it. But other than that, it's fine. Fryer is awesome for frozen bread. It comes out as it was freshly baked. Ooh, nice. Less than 5 carbs a day. Do I use the sous vide? I do for steaks. And also, you can make edible cookie dough in a sous vide. Look it up. Tastes bad? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I just don't like how crunchy it gets when you fry it up. Thai or sushi rice? Okay, I'll get some next time. Rice storage container every time you flip it. Ooh, that's nice. Link that in the Discord. I want to take a look at that. Pellet smoker. Oh. So I have a pizza stone and I just throw it in my oven and I heat the oven to 450. Let it sit for like 20 minutes and then I'll throw pizza on it whenever I make pizza and it works pretty good. And then whenever I make bread, I do like I like making the 3 ingredient bread. Just, you know, flour, salt, yeast, and then, well, water. And then knead it up, and then I cook it in a crock pot. So you take a crock pot with the lid, you put it in the oven, you heat it at 450 for half an hour. So you let it get ripping hot, then you take it out, make sure you wear gloves, you put your bread in, right? Put the lid on, put it back in the oven, half an hour. After half an hour, you take it out, take the bread out of the crock pot, you take your parchment paper off, you put it back in the crock pot without the lid this time, and you put it back in the oven for 15 minutes, and then you take it out and you're done. It's like, what is it, French bread? Or it's like, I gotta get up, I gotta drive to, check out of my hotel, drive to Printed Solid, do a tour at Printed Solid, film a video at Printed Solid, and then I gotta drive 9 hours home. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. What the heck is that? What did you post in the Yacht Club? That is a Pew Pew. Nearly finished Wrist Wrecker 5000. Explained. Already screwed. Oh my god, that's a 50 BMG. That's a 50 BMG in a 1911 upper. Okay, I can't show you this, but if you're a member of the Discord, go check the Yacht Club channel. Is that even functional? Or is that just a freaking meme? Oh, that's functional. That is scary. Okay. That is hilarious. Anyways. AromaWare 27 pounds large rice dispenser. So you fill it with rice, and each time you do that, it spits out 1 cup. Does it just spit it out on the bottom and you just take that and dump it? I gotta mute the music because they get me DMCA, you'd be surprised. So you fill it with 27 pounds of rice, and you just go chunk chunk. And you just take that. Variety of uses. That is actually kind of handy. The Yacht Club channel is for channel members and Patreon supporters. The Yacht Club channel it's a channel where you can post some stuff if it's the community members channel. So most Discords have channels for those that are like channel subs, or in this case, YouTube members. YouTube members, Patreon supporters, Twitch subscribers, they all get access to the channel. And basically it's like, it's that channel. You know, every Discord has that channel. But it's the only way to get a voice channel in the Discord is I have a voice channel on the Discord. It's only up in there because as somebody who is a mod on the Voron Discord with like over 40,000 people, voice channels are cancer to moderate because you pretty much have to have somebody in there all the time listening, because it's just, or wait on people to report shit because people just do dumb shit. So voice channels on my Discord are limited to those that have something to lose if they're a dick. So yeah. And rice, oh yeah, buy rice by the bulk. Buy rice in bulk. So if you want access to that channel in the Discord, $2 a month for a channel member, Patreon supporter, or just luck out and hope somebody gives you some. I'm happy that I don't think there's construction on this route this year. The last couple times I've done this drive from like, I think it's about here to here, going through this area of the Appalachians, there's been like crazy construction that's super annoying. So the fact that there's like no real construction that I see is making me quite happy. This is where all the cops hide. The freaking Ohio Turnpike is just so many cops. So. The Voron voice chat. It's interesting. The mountains. It's the Appalachians. They're not exactly like mountains. Like, for those that don't know, you see how the earth looks kind of funky here, where it's all folded? The Appalachians go all the way up here, and then the mountain range actually extends over here a bit into Newfoundland, and then funnily enough, it also extends into northern Scotland. This is the same mountain range because it was formed when this wasn't here. Okay, and it used to be as tall as Everest. Like, it was that kind of mountain range, the same as like the not the Andes, the what's that mountain range called where Everest is? The not the Andes, what's it called? What's the freaking mountain range where the, not the Alps, what was it, the Everest, Tibetan Plateau, what's it called? Shit. Waiting on chat to fill me in. Himalayas, that's what it is. The Appalachians used to be like literally as tall as the Himalayas, but that was like what, 300 million years ago or something stupid like that. So it's been worn down quite a bit. So that's why it's kind of rolling hills. It's basically the stumps of that mountain range. So yeah. MacBoy Pro became a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. I got to remember to change my delay from normal to low latency. The 20-second delay is annoying. It's normally supposed to be 8 seconds, but I accidentally set it for normal instead of low. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to bring. I think I have pretty much everything ready. I gotta finish packing my clothes. I obviously gotta put the printer in the car. I gotta put the Gundam in the car. The electronics are charged. I gotta finish filming the video tonight for the channel so I can edit that, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm trying to, is there anything else I need to bring? I can't remember if there's anything else I need to bring. I am trying to think. Pack heat. It's not that cold. The weather's supposed to be mid-20s Celsius. Drive a big car. I have a Subaru Crosstrek. I have a Subaru Crosstrek. Stickers. I'll bring stickers. I got the bag of Gloop coaster. What is this? Yeah, we'll put the, well, I'll slice up the Gloop coaster, put that on. Just pause it, do a layer change. Yep. You like the Crosstrek? I like it. I like it a lot. Al Boxer engine. Honestly, it's, from my understanding, the Boxer engine issues have been fixed for years. Like, all the modern Boxer engines don't have the blown gasket issue that the old ones did. I have some friends that have had Subarus for, like, relatively newer Subarus for years, no issues. I have had mine for, I think it'll be 2 years. This is the third time it's doing this trip. So this is the third time I'm driving it out here, and I got it just before. So it's like 2.5 years old. And I got 36,000 kilometers on it. I've had 0 issues with it. So. So yeah, I've had no issues with it. It's been great. It's been great. It was cheaper than the car I wanted to buy. It was more fully featured than the car I wanted to buy. The only downside was I wanted to buy a Maverick because I wanted a small truck. But the problem is, it's like, for the cost of the Ford Maverick, and also the fact that I would have had to wait 18 months for one to show up, because, you know, Ford is stupid with their production line, because we don't make money on this, so we're not going to make them. So I needed a car because my Focus had died. So I went to the Subaru dealership and like, yeah, we can get you this in like 2 months. So this was during 2023 when cars were still kind of a pain to get. So. Everything you need for those. Oh yeah, I've crossed the border many times in the past couple years. The only thing, it's gotten more annoying because they ask more questions, but I've got my spiel pretty down pat. It's honestly, the worst part is going to this event and telling the border guard I'm going to the place called 3D Printopia, and the border guard just looks at you and goes, "What? Is that a Disney thing?" So. It was better when it was called just East Coast Rep Fest. I'm going to 3D printing convention. I am not working there. I will be recording stuff for my own personal YouTube channel. That's it. I am bringing stuff and I am bringing it back. And I am not selling anything. So. Well, no, see, the problem is, Steve, the Maverick, the demand is higher than their production because they won't up production because they make a higher profit margin on the more expensive cars. So literally what happened, I went into the Ford dealership, this was in 2023, and I'm like, hey, I have a Ford Focus. My wife has a Ford Escape. I used to have a Ford Sport Track. My dad used to work at Ford. Like, I need a car. I would like to buy a Maverick. And this dealership guy went, cool. Mavericks are about a 1 year to year and a half waiting list. But we could put you in an F-150 today. And I'm like, I don't want to pay F-150 prices, and I don't want to drive a giant F-150. I don't need that. And they're like, oh, but they're really nice. And and it's like, I don't want an F-150. Like, well, the Mavericks will take that long. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, that's just production. And I'm like, well, make more of them. And they're like, no. Yeah. Ford dealership annoyed me. So. 2-meter Gundam in the passenger seat. To be fair, it'll be half assembled. I won't be able to have the arms on it. It'll just be the torso, the head, and the legs, probably. So, prepare some snacks. What's the term? Raw dogging it? Like when people sit on the plane with no... I don't do that when I drive, but when I drive, I stop once. I will show you. So, right here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So there is the line into Pennsylvania. Yeah, you come over here. There's a little river. Where is it? Where is it? It's on the other side of this. Yeah, Turnpike. Where are you? Where are you? There is a gas station or a service station on-ramp place somewhere around here. Is this it? This might have been under construction. It's somewhere around here. It's like just after getting into Pennsylvania, there is an here in Ontario, we call them on routes. Like the 401 in Canada, like the 401 in Ontario, every like 45 minutes you pass like a turnoff where they have like a gas station, they have some food places, they have like a little trucker rest stop. So it's like they're on the highway though. You don't get off the highway. You merge off, you do your thing, you merge right back on. They don't actually like lead anywhere. It's not like you're getting off the highway. So there's one of those literally right over the Ohio border into Pennsylvania, somewhere around here. I get up at 6 a.m. I get in my car, I stop at Timmy's, I get an ice cap, and I get a donut. I drive all the way to Pennsylvania, I stop, I go to the washroom, I get a Burger King combo, I fill up my car with gas, and then I drive to Bel Air. I stop once. That's how I've done it the past 3 times I've done the drive. So this will be number 4. There are no Buc-ee's on this route unless they just opened one up. Unless they open one up, there is no Buc-ee's on this route. So, which is kind of disappointing because I want another Buc-ee's hat. I've only got the one Buc-ee's hat. So. They're coming out with a compact. Ooh, Lincoln. Although it's a Dodge Ram, I will never buy a Dodge Ram. I buy cars until they rust and fall apart. A Dodge Ram rusts and fall apart real quick. Everyone I know that has a Dodge Ram has had it rust and fall apart on them. Also, it's a Chrysler. Good God, why would you buy a Chrysler nowadays? That company, the whole Fiat, Chrysler, Stellantis, whatever the heck that mess is, why would you buy that? Why would you trust that? Are there any Buc-ee's on this route? Can you search a route? Can you search along the route for something? Restaurants, more? Less? I want to search. I don't think there's any Buc-ee's. Maps. Stellantis right now, yeah. So let's see. Where is the Boosies at? Where are all the Boosies? Oh yeah, there's no Buc-ee's on this. There's Wawa's. Yeah, there's no Buc-ee's on this route. The closest Buc-ee's to me, there's one in West Virginia, Kentucky. Sheets. Wawa. Yeah, there's a few Wawas. Show me all the Boosies. No, okay, whatever. There's Toyota Tacoma. Oh no, I looked at a bunch. The problem is like the mid-sized trucks have become as big as large-sized trucks from 15 years ago. That's why I wanted the Maverick, because it's like I literally don't need a truck except for like twice a year when I need to either get like an appliance or do like a trip to the dump, where having a truck would be nice. So it's like I need something that'll hold 3 people comfortably, okay, and a car seat, at the time a car seat, booster seat now luckily, but 2 adults, 1 child in a car seat comfortably, and occasionally go to the dump. So Maverick made sense, right? It's basically an Escape with a truck bed, right? It's basically the Escape platform with a truck bed, right? I had an Explorer Sport Track. My first vehicle was an Explorer Sport Track. It was a Ford Explorer, right? With a truck bed, a 4-foot truck bed. It was great. I loved it until it fell apart because it was a Ford. Santa Cruz. Yeah, the Santa Cruz is like 20 grand more than a Maverick though. Although I'll be honest, the thing is the Maverick, when I was looking, was cheap because it came with nothing. The moment you added like not steel rims, cruise control, lane assist, a backup camera, like the stuff you kind of want in a modern car, you add all that, it got up to like 40 grand, where you could just buy the entry-level Santa Cruz, which came with all that, but it's still 40 grand. Or I bought my Crosstrek, which was 32 grand, that had all that. It just didn't have a truck bed. So. You're driving 8 hours and only taking a short stop? Yeah. Couple years ago, I finished work on a Friday at 3 p.m. I went home. I threw a suitcase in the car, threw my wife in the car. We drove from Windsor to Kingston, Ontario, spent the night in Kingston. And then the next day we woke up and we drove from Kingston, Ontario to Halifax, Nova Scotia. We stopped somewhere around here, somewhere around Edmundston, and then somewhere around Truro. I drive and I don't stop. When I can sit in my car, turn on the auto cruise, especially now that they have like lane assist and auto cruise. It is so nice. Like, I don't care about that Tesla full self-driving bullshit. I don't care. But literally, it stays in the lane. It takes enough work off of me where I'm not constantly adjusting the throttle and the brake and keeping in the lane. Like, you're not doing all those little micro adjustments, but you're still paying attention, which is how it should be, in my opinion. So you do that. And yeah, 8-hour drive. I stop once. I'm fine with that. So. Wouldn't it be cheaper to rent one? Yeah. That's basically why I ended up getting the Subaru. It's like, I'll just rent if I need it. Cruise control. Yeah. Especially now, like, so the Subaru is $32,000. It's the touring model. It's one up from the base model. So it'll stay in its lane on highways and even like normal roads. As long as it can see a painted lane, or there's enough differential between the road and the side, it'll sense that it's on the road. It'll stay in its lane. You have to keep a hand on the wheel, but you should always, because self-driving isn't self-driving. And then you set the speedometer, and then you just set how far you want to keep away from the car in front of you. So if it comes up on a car in front of you, it'll slow down. And yeah, it is so nice. And the best part is, because I don't have the higher end one, I don't have the nanny that yells at you if your eyes aren't looking forward the whole time. Because on the fully loaded one, it's a little bit better on the autopilot, but it also has like the eye monitoring that like beeps at you if you like look away for a minute. Where I can do the Fast and the Furious thing where I like look away for like 20 seconds while the car is driving and trust it. Yeah. So it's really nice. It does enough where it takes away the feathering, like all the little micro adjustments you got to do, and it makes it a nice drive. So what I do, I'll just put on some podcasts, or usually the Spotify DJ is kind of annoying because if you listen to it and you don't drive a lot, it'll end up repeating the same songs over and over. But usually if I do a very long drive like this, by about 2 hours in, the Spotify DJ just locks the fuck in, and it's like banger after banger for like the rest of the drive. It's actually really nice. But then I come home and then it just repeats the same songs over and over again. It's hilarious. So. You know, like Slovenia, it takes less. So where I live, we measure distances and how long it takes to drive. So Toronto's 3.5, 4 hours away from me. You know, my wife's family in Sherbrooke, yeah, they're 12 hours away. Are coming up at 1:30, so we are going to see if North Space is going to launch. Resuming shortly. Launch is on hold until at least afternoon launch window. Okay, so let's see. 6 hours to Toronto. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Toronto. So Toronto is technically like here to here, but like this is Toronto. This is Toronto. Okay. So for you, it's 6 hours to here. For me, it's like 3.5 to here, but then like 4.5 to here because Toronto freaking sucks driving through Toronto. So, yeah. So you either pay the blood money and get on the 407 and get around, or you just spend like 2 hours stuck in 401 traffic. 4.5 hour drive to Sydney. Sydney's like a 25-hour drive for me because like where I'm at, I'm down here. And then Sydney is right up here. So Sydney's way up here. But if you're only 8 hours away, that's not bad. So you're like over here somewhere, Moncton. I know there's more than one Sydney. I'm assuming you're meaning Aussie land. Also a lot of traffic in Toronto. The 401 in Toronto is, last I checked, the busiest highway in the world. Busiest highway in the world. Yep. 401 is the busiest highway in the world. Because here in Canada, the 401 is this road right here. So the 401 literally comes from Windsor all the way up. All the way up, and it goes all the way to the border with Quebec, where it becomes another road. But basically, like, for those that don't know the population, Canada population density map. So for those that don't know, Canadians all live in one area. So it's basically this area down here. Okay. So you know how in South Park where they joke where they go to Canada and there's one road? Yeah, that's pretty true. Okay. We technically have the Trans-Canada Highway that takes you from like Victoria Vancouver, all the way to like up here in Newfoundland, or actually I think it lies here. So Trans-Canada Highway kind of comes across like this. But for Southern Ontario, there's the 401. So if you need to move anything by road, it goes down the 401, up and down the 401. So it's 3 lanes here, and then it goes to 2 lanes, and then around Toronto, it goes up to like 18 lanes. It's stupid. Yeah. So the 401 is the busiest highway in the world. It is insane how busy it is around Toronto. So, like, there, it's the 401. And by the way, these people have been there for like 20 years. This is a parking lot. It's insane. Like, you think that one road in LA is busy? Imagine that. You know how you always see those pictures of that really busy road in LA, that highway? Yeah, imagine that for like 4 hours straight with semi trucks and everything. It's nuts. Port Hope, Milton, and Etobicoke. Okay. That's why I moved to Ohio. Why would you move to Ohio? It's Ohio. More cows than people? I don't know. I mean, we eat cows. We raise cows, I'm assuming. I mean, there's more people in California than there is Canada. And it's funny, I'm actually further south than Northern California. Has enough people. Yeah. I mean, Toronto's got what? Like, how many of your people live in the GTA? GTA population. Yeah, the population of the GTA is around 7 million. So you have Toronto, and you got like all the other cities that are basically connected to it. So it's the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, which is like 7 million people. And then Canada's population is like 40 million? 41 million, yeah. So something like 15% of our population is in one area. So, Flashforge 3D printing adhesive. Cool. Don't forget, we are doing the giveaway in half an hour. If you have not entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, do this now, because the draw is going to be at the end of stream, and the end of stream will be at 2 o'clock. So, CHOW Spice King. Oh, you need some gamer subs? Get some gamer subs. Use code Canuck, save some money. The Don Valley Parkway. Oh God. Don. When I had to go get my visa for China, to go to China, I had to take the Don Valley. And I mean, the pictures aren't too bad. The pictures of the Don Valley aren't too bad. But I had to take it to get to downtown Toronto where the, yeah. This is what the Don Valley normally looks like. It's like a major highway in Toronto. I had to take it to get to where the embassy, the Chinese embassy, so I can get my, my visa or do my visa application. That was an annoying day. I had to drive all the way to Toronto, be the tallest person in the room for an hour, fill out some paperwork, give them money, and then drive home. That was a fun day. Drive 4 hours to Toronto, spend an hour there, then drive 4 hours home, just for a visa to go to China. Which, to be fair, it's good for 10 years, so I can go back whenever I want. Is there anything shiny to look at while we got like the last 25 minutes of stream here? Ooh. The new Baldur's Gate hotfix. Oh, with the native Steam Deck build. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that'll be really nice. Native Steam Deck build for Baldur's Gate 3. Heck yeah. Now I could put even more hours into that game. That means the game can now be run natively on the platform, resulting in more stable frame rates, lower loading times, and smoother gameplay. Ooh. Nice. A relative once spent 4 hours sitting on the Don Valley Parkway, moved 20 feet. Dude, the longest time I've ever spent in traffic to move the least amount of distance was in 2003. 2003, I had to get from I was working in downtown Windsor. I was actually doing community service because here in Ontario, I don't know if it's a Canada-wide thing, but at least here in Ontario, you have to do a certain amount of community service hours to graduate high school. It's not a lot, it's like 40 hours, but it's like, you got to do some community service. So I was helping paint a science center downtown. I was up on 40-foot scaffolding in a gym, painting the walls. And then I had to go home. And it took me 4 hours to move from downtown Windsor to my house. It's normally a 20-minute drive. Can anyone guess what happened in 2003 that would make me suddenly need to go home in the middle of the day? That would make a 20-minute drive suddenly take 4 to 5 hours. This is probably, honestly, this is probably before some of my audience was even born, so. Fucking boomer. Power outage, yep. The whole East Coast blackout. Remember when all the power on the East Coast went out for a day? Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. So the power went out. I was in a gym. It was pitch black. The only light we had was like the emergency light. We came down, and after like 20 minutes of sitting around, the lady who was like in charge of us all was like, yeah, you guys go home. So we loaded up in my buddy's Volkswagen Passat with no air conditioning. And we're like, the power's out everywhere. This is 2003. None of us had a cell phone. There was no internet. I mean, there was the internet, but it was 2003. So none of us had a cell phone because we're high school kids in 2003, right? I was grade 8. I was in grade 10 or 11. Grade 10, I think. So 2003, I was 12, 10, 12. I was 15 or 16, I think. I think I was 15 or 16. 15 or 16, I didn't have a cell phone. None of us had a cell phone. And it was like, okay, how do we get from down to, okay, let's take Riverside, waterfront, right? Because the highway's probably busy. No! All the gas stations were closed. It was bumper to bumper. There was one part where we got out of the car and walked, and the one guy driving stayed in the car because we had no air conditioning. It was so freaking hot. And we weren't moving, so rolling the windows down did nothing. So we literally got out of the car and walked for like 45 minutes. And the car was still like beside us. Yeah. And then we got home, and it's like, my dad filled up the bathtub with water, and like neighbors were all like, we were like, one guy had a generator, and we were moving around between the different houses to power everyone's fridges for like a couple hours to keep them topped up. And like one guy went out for an adventure to go find gasoline. It's like, I'm going out to get gasoline. If I'm not back in 3 hours, send a party to find me. Fun times. Except for Quebec. Yeah, Quebec had the ice storm in 98, I believe. They had that big ice storm in 98. And also, I think it was Quebec is like the only place actually, like only modern city to have like a major power outage from a solar flare. I think they had that too in the 90s, I think. Is that what I'm thinking of? Because I know they had the ice storm power outage, but I think they had a solar flare one too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 03 blackout was basically most of Southern Ontario and a lot of the East Coast of the U.S. to like Michigan, because it was, what was it, like a relay station in like Ohio tripped. Freaking Ohio, eh? It's always Ohio. work correctly. Yeah, it just took a while to reboot everything. Like the start. Well, you want to know what's really freaky? You want to talk solar part. What was it? What was it called? I think it was the Carrington event. You want sketchy. You want to be panicked. Look up the Carrington event. So every now and then solar flares hit the Earth, magnetic particles, it basically ionizes the atmosphere and blah, 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 science, okay? So most modern electrical grids, like the odds of an actual like extremely large solar flare completely like wiping out electronics on Earth and sending us back to the Stone Age is pretty slim. Most stuff is pretty hardened and there's like checks and balances in place. Like this is a thing we know can happen. So there's kind of procedures in place to kind of minimize damage. So it's like, okay, yeah, power might be out for a couple days, but then it comes back kind of thing, right? It might, gonna cost a lot because, we don't like spending money on updating infrastructure unlike China. We'd rather just have our roads and shit fall apart, but it is what it is, right? Got to give tax cuts to the rich. Long story short, Carrington event was a geomagnetic storm in 1859. I think it was the most intense one ever. The aurora was so strong. I think people saw the aurora down in the Mediterranean or down in like the Caribbean. Yeah, the aurora was, the aurora's borealis over the Rockies was so bright. The glow woke up gold miners. The aurora was also visible as far south as central Mexico, Cuba, Hawaii. So imagine you're in Cuba and you see the aurora. But the cool thing is the telegraphs. So please cut off your battery source. Basically, there was so much charged particles in the atmosphere, the telegraph lines were getting overcharged. So they disconnected them from the power line, right? They disconnected the telegraph system from power. But there was still enough power in the air, the telegraph system still worked. Like literally, it's like they unplugged it and it still kept working because there was that much electrical charge in the atmosphere. So imagine if that happened today. Everyone's imagine everything getting fried. Now, most modern electrical systems, like we're talking power grid level, national state level, they know this is a thing that can happen and there's, procedures in place. So if you know it's coming, what you do is you basically shut off everything beforehand, you let it pass and then you turn it back on, but stuff would still get fried. But yeah. Yeah, you would basically do an emergency shutdown of the grid with planning. Imagine that. Imagine in today's day and age, the news like CNN, you turn on CNN and it's like, yeah, so tonight at 8 p.m. EST, the entire United States is doing a mandatory blackout for 12 hours. All power shut down for 12 hours. Imagine the shit show where like, oh yeah, giant solar flare coming to prevent damage to the national grid. We are shutting down power everywhere. The entire planet shut down. Imagine that. Imagine the gong show where it's like the whole world with no power for 24 hours. That everyone had to shut down their electrical grids to prevent, frying for 12 hours. Imagine the gong show. So, yeah. Oh, dude, the conspiracy theory, all the preppers, the doomsday people, like, and then you would have people that would try and take advantage of it because it's like, oh, hey, the power system's offline, the security systems are offline. Let's go rob a bank. Oh man, that would be a gong show. Me, I'd be like, okay, what's the quickest I can buy a reasonably priced telescope? Because it's total blackout. That would be amazing at night. So you have amazing solar, imagine nighttime during that. No light pollution, the brightest auroras you've ever seen. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Just gotta worry about everyone else. A lot of babies born. That is true. Every time there's a major power outage, there's a baby bump 9 months later. Well, the power's out, got nothing else to do. Dark Angel series, yep. I remember that show. Next generation of roof Koreans. Well, I don't think there would be riots like that. Like, obviously, you know, I just sit on my front porch with the shotgun and just, you know, get off my property. But I don't think it would be that bad. Bitcoin would go up. Why would Bitcoin go up? Why would a monetary system that relies on computers and electricity go up? I always love when people are like, oh, you need Bitcoin when the economy collapses. It's like, my brother in Christ, if the economy collapses, ain't nobody gonna care about your freaking non-fungible tokens or whatever the heck it is. It's like, oh no, computers don't work. What are we gonna do about the Bitcoin? Such a joke currency. It's all speculation. It's literally a bubble. It ain't worth anything except for the fact that some people think it's worth something. Get a gas grill. Natural gas grills are amazing. You know, eventually the natural gas system would collapse, but yeah. Switch to bottle caps. I'll be honest. Outside of beer, I don't even drink. I can't even remember the last time I bought glass beer bottles. I buy cans. So bottle caps aren't even that big of a thing anymore. I can't remember the last time I actually had bottle caps. Canned food or currency. Yeah, it would be consumables. It would be food, bullets, gasoline. It would be tradable items. It's like, oh wow, you got a bunch of gold. Cool. I can't live off gold. Like it would go back to, it'd be a barter society. And I've said this before, if we ever get knocked to the point where we got to start over from scratch, we are screwed. Because fun fact, we can't. I've said this before. If we ever get knocked back to like Stone Age, and it's like, oh, we'll just, you know, come back to where we are. It's like, cool, okay. Part of how we got where we are was easily access to raw materials, right? There used to be coal mines you can just like dig into the side of the mountain and get, like in Minecraft, right? There used to be oil that you can, you know, Beverly Hillbillies shoot the ground and oil came out. All those easy to get resources have been depleted. All that's left is the shit that you need like oil derricks to get to, or like dig down several kilometers, or open pit strip mine with heavy equipment. All the easy to get shit is gone. How do you restart the Industrial Revolution without an ample supply of coal? Oh, you just use solar or wind. Well, we had solar wind back then and it didn't work. We had to advance the tech tree to get that shit. So. Too many people feed. Oh, well, if we're getting knocked back to the Stone Age, the world population would correct itself pretty quickly, unfortunately. Toilet paper. I still can't believe people freaked out over toilet paper during COVID. That was hilarious. John, gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Remind you, join the Discord, Nero3D, or join the Twitch, Nero3D on Twitch. Give me a follow. But see these, the GIFs? I need GIFs for the alerts on Twitch. I set up some emojis. The problem is I tried downloading all the GIFs that I use because I have them all in Stream Elements. They don't work. I can't import them into my alerts for Twitch because Twitch, I use the built-in Twitch alerts because Stream Elements doesn't work on Twitch for some freaking reason. I don't know why. Chat does, but the alerts don't. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. Well, yeah, it worked in the 1500s for like grain. That's why they're called windmills. They're mills powered by the wind. But you're not going to be getting electricity from that because it's like, okay, well, you need copper. Well, where are you going to get copper? All the easy to access copper mines have been depleted. Right? You got to smelt it and all that. And it's like... a dance routine that... cheers, Rose. I'll see if I can get them saved. Yeah, it was a transportation issue. Most places, it's like pop, right? When you buy, you know, Coke, not that Coke, the Coca-Cola or Pepsi Cola, or those, usually they're bottled nearby. It's not like there's one giant, you know, Coca-Cola plant that provides Coca-Cola for the entire US. Like, I have a Pepsi bottling center 20 minutes from me because it's a heavy item that doesn't really cost a lot of money, so transporting it long distance is logistically not worth it. Same with toilet paper. it's a low density, high volume item. So it doesn't weigh a lot, but it takes up a lot of room, but it isn't worth a lot. So it's literally like you can only fit so many things of toilet paper in a truck and so much in your warehouse. So when everyone starts panic buying it, you just deplete your on-site location really quickly, but there's still tons of it in the warehouse. It's just a delivery thing. Like, it's not like they ran out. It's just they couldn't supply enough because the logistics of supplying it just don't make sense when it's that much of a demand. And then people were freaking out over it. Like, I can pull, I don't have Facebook on here, but like, I remember like the day they shut down everything, I went to Costco. And we went to Costco because it was Costco day. It was Wednesday. So we went to Costco, and it was like the first Costco trip we did after they shut down everything in March of 2020. And it's just, I'm seeing people everywhere with carts full of toilet paper. And I looked at my wife and I'm like, do we need toilet paper? She's like, we bought some like 2 weeks ago. I think we're good for like another month. I was like, okay. It was just like, okay. Yeah, you centralize syrup production, then go out to bottlers where they add, you know, the water essentially, because the syrup is more dense. It makes sense to ship that out, and then you mix it with, like, you know, at the bottling location. (97% untouched). I guess that would make sense, but I'm still assuming most of the easy to get at stuff has been mined. Like think about, like, you know, LA. Look at pictures of LA during the early 1900s when they were getting all the oil out of there. There were oil derricks everywhere because, you know, there was locations where you can get oil where there was just enough pressure in the ground. You just drilled down a couple 100 feet and oil came out. You pumped it out. That is, a lot of that's depleted. You have to like do fracking or go offshore or go really deep to get it. And you need technology to get that. So if we're bumped back to the point where it's like, hey, we're starting over at tier 0 on the tech tree, a lot of that stuff, copper, brass, tin, lead, like those basic metals, coal, like a lot of that stuff's gonna be hard to like jumpstart an industrial revolution because we've used up so much of it. Environment would recover pretty quick though. So we got that going for us, which is nice. All the trees would get healthy again. Okay, we got 5 minutes to the giveaway. If you have not entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, do this now. We will be doing the draw in 5 minutes. 50 minuto. La Brea tar pits. Yeah, but La Brea tar pits are, they're not that much oil. You're not running an industrial revolution off La Brea tar pits. There's too many mammoth bones mixed in there. How's Nord doing? Let's see here. Are they live? They're, as of like 15 minutes ago, they're gearing up again to go soon. So yeah, they're not quite live. So hopefully this afternoon. I do miss empty highways. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's oil derricks all over LA. Like the kind that pump out oil. A lot of them are hidden in buildings. They build like a fake building around it. Okay, we got 2 minutes to the giveaway. If you have not entered, link in the description. Enter for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament. We're going to do the draw at the end of stream. We got 2 minutes to enter. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah. Is there anything worth bumping you guys to? Let me see here. Is there... Where is my edit button? Are there any other streams I can bump you to? Stream ads. Redirect. Search videos from other channels. Not really. I'll bump into Alveus to watch some animals. What filament is it? This, the one you win, whatever you want, or whatever the. I don't think you can get like. I don't think you can get like PPS GF20 stuff, but it's like, you know, ABS, PLA, PET-G, any color you want, I believe. So, am I going to be doing? Yes. So the plan is, for those that don't, like, I know I've mentioned it a couple times, I'm streaming on Twitch as well now, but the Twitch is kind of like side project stuff. Completely unscripted, unplanned, just kind of hang out, working on whatever. Like tomorrow on Twitch, we're going to be fixing my Game Boy Color, right? That kind of stuff. More just like hangouts than actual scripted show. Well, this isn't scripted, but more of a planned show. Less of a planned show, more of just a hangout type event, right? It's Twitch, right? So the plan is at 3D Printopia, I want to try and do 2 streams. I want to do a regular YouTube stream where we walk around the show, we take a look at all the events, probably like a 45-minute to an hour show. But then I also may do a hangout Twitch stream where we just like stream for a couple hours, just shooting the shit, yapping, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Unscripted, unplanned, unorganized. When I go live on YouTube, I usually have, these are the things we're doing kind of thing. And it's like, you know, I stream 3 days a week. This is a build day. Lately, we're doing a lot of print and chills because I'm waiting on stuff to do builds. But usually these are more 3D printer centric. Or related, whereas Twitch is like whatever I feel like streaming. Like we've been doing a lot of Gunpla builds, probably do some gaming streams. Like Twitch is just whatever. If you want to watch, you watch. If you don't want to watch, you don't watch. That kind of thing. So it's if you enjoy this kind of bantering that I like to do, you'll have fun on Twitch. So speaking of, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. If you did not enter, you will have another chance next Tuesday. Because that's the next regular stream. Also, this Thursday, probably around this time, or probably around 11 a.m., there'll be a channel member stream. So if you are a YouTube member, a Patreon supporter, a Twitch sub, every month we do a members only live stream. That will be this Thursday. Okay. So tomorrow will be a Twitch stream, Neuro3D on Twitch. Thursday will be a channel member stream. There'll also be a video on Thursday. It'll be early tomorrow for supporters. And then Friday, I'm driving all day. So I probably am not doing anything on Friday. Saturday or Sunday, one of those will be a YouTube stream. The other one will be a Twitch stream, maybe. I might do both the same day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Let's do marbles. Not creator meetup. We might do a meetup. I mean, here's the thing. At these events, if you've never seen me run into me at like a 3D Printopia or any of the 3D printer events, I just wander around. I like, usually I'm at a Voron booth if we have a Voron booth there, but like this event, I don't have a booth. Yes, I'll have stuff at the Gloop booth and also the Prusa booth. I just wander around. So if you find me, ask for a maker chip. That's usually how I do it. I don't really, you know, you could find me if you look, or just at me on the Discord if you really need to find me right away. But don't everyone at me, because it gets... And if I'm eating, or if I'm in the middle of a conversation or filming something, let me finish first. 216. Bots. There we go. Oh yeah, I am gonna try and do a road trip blog too. I'm gonna be doing I'm driving my Gundam to the US or something. Like I'll figure out something, but there will be a travel blog type video, hopefully. Okay, so how this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from POLYMAKER, but if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you are the luckiest ball in the world, because you also win a free hat. This ball right here is looking very lucky. Mike, Triptac, Mike Cryptic. If you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament from POLYMAKER. Good luck. Oh, here comes the beaker, doing some science. If you're gonna pick a single US-based show, here's the thing. Personally, I'm a big fan of, if one's close to you, go to it. If you can only go to one and you have to travel. So if like the cost of going to all of them is the same, personally, I like Rocky Mountain. They all have their pros and cons. But if you came up to me like, I can only go to one US-based 3D Maker Faire show, right? Either 3D Printopia, Midwest Rep Rap Fest, or Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest. Personally, I would say Rocky Mountain. It's also the first one of the year. So the odds of you, like, more stuff's announced earlier in the year, there's newer stuff to see kind of thing. Although I think some stuff's being announced at this one. If you're in Europe, there's the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Rap Fest, Smurf in England. I believe it's in Manchester next year, and it's in March. So there's also that if you're in Euroland. And there was a group trying to get one going in Detroit. I have no idea what the status of that is. They were going to try and do it this year, but they couldn't get it together in time. So they said they might do it in 2026, but I have no idea what their status is. So if they do get that one going next year, I'm definitely going to that one, because that one would actually be local to me. And that one I might actually do a booth if they do. Oh, don't fall off, Nicholas. Come on, Beanie. Come on, Beanie. You got this, Beanie. Oh, now you gotta fall through. You gotta fall through. Who's gonna fall through first? Beanie. Congratulations, Beanie. Can Gundam get past Canadian border? We'll see. Congratulations, Binny. You have won yourself a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. Binny. Binny. There we go. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from POLYMAKER. Congratulations, Binny. Okay, let me pull up all this here. Sweet. Major Tech is announcing some stuff. Perhaps. Let's see here. Oh, no, I did not mean to click that button. Don't you hate it when you mean to open one thing in a folder? Like, you know how you got your bookmarks and you can put bookmarks in a folder. And then I usually use the middle click button to open something in a new tab without staying on the current tab. But every now and then I'll do that to the folder instead of the individual tab. And I open like 20 tabs at once and it's like, ah! There we go. Okay, so Benny, you should get the emails soon. Just waiting on the code. So anyways, so we're gonna call it there. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and ring the bell so you get an alert when I go live at 3D Printopia. Because I don't know what time. I don't know if it'll be Saturday, the Sunday, and I don't know what time. It'll just be whenever I go live. So there'll be that. So also join the Discord, because I do an @everyone, or somebody will do an @everyone when I go live as well. So I think that's it. So we're gonna call it there. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like gamer subs, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted membership sellers, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Tomorrow, early channel member video, Twitch stream, Thursday, supporter stream, and the video will be live for everyone. Friday, I'm driving. This weekend, 3D Printopia. Next Tuesday, community challenge live stream. So make sure you enter, print something 50 grams of filament or less, take a picture of it, enter in the contest on the Discord. You can win some fabulous prizes on Monday or Tuesday. If for whatever reason there isn't a stream on Tuesday, like I'm tired as shit from the drive and the weekend, or I'm sick because I got con cough, we will do the community challenge on the Friday stream. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future.